celebrate we, the people of America. Tonight, we will recognize all
it's
those
almost like a
to whom
Hamas
harm
shawl.
has been done.
Islamic
it's like
shawl.
it has like African colors, kind of.
Oh, that's what
it's Jewish, but
it's indigenous.
It's like Homa has.
What's up, Summer Patriots? So we're just doing an intermission show right now. We're going to be doing a few different things.
Large and small, everywhere across America.
He needs to relax. I'll give it to him for that.
We're going through
we give thanks
what these Democrats are saying. Pretty racist shit. They're just going straight in the race.
Action by resisting government-sanctioned cruelty with moral courage.
Let's go somewhere else and watch it. I was gonna watch Tim Pool for a little bit with you guys tonight, but we'll just go find what the Democrats are doing here on PBS. It's just they jumped immediately in the race. They jumped immediately in the race. It's not pulling up here. Why not?
Evidently you don't. You lost the popular vote.
What's up, everybody? So, the sad thing about these Democrats, I can't show you the screen because the only place I can find it right now is over here on the Tim Pool show or on Steven Crowder, but this is a bust for the fucking Democrats completely. There's literally like 20 people out here for their so-called boycott. They're out here in the freezing. Nobody even gives a shit.
And we are going to start with one of the true fighters in the United States Senate and his very important guest. So please put your hands together for Senator Chris Murphy and
Serge Tank
Okay, so we're gonna be going through some of the accomplishments and some of the things that have happened over the past year. And then the inauguration starts at 9:00. Golly, this inauguration will be 3.5 hours long from what everybody's saying. So we're going to stick in there. If it goes till midnight, then I guess we're going till midnight with it. It's going to be it's going to be a little bit of a ride. That's the live tonight. We got that queued up directly at the White Houses, so we'll be watching that directly from the White Houses. Why are there so many? Hold on one second. That's in my liked video. Let me go to my playlists here. I got us a little playlist set up to go through some things till the inauguration starts. Nations. There we go. Okay. We'll turn this on. We'll go through some of the accomplishments, things that have been going on. We'll do something a little different tonight, and we're going to honor our president since so many people are trying to turn the State of the Union into a racist thing. That's the first thing the Democrats said when they just came up with their little sideshow was they turned it all into race immediately. There's like 40 people out there. What a fucking disgrace they are.
Got a lot I probably shouldn't say to yo. Matter of fact, I'll just pray on it. I'm pro-life, pro-gun, not ashamed of it. Yo, worshiping bullets, yo, killing babies, mutilated children, yelling Satanists. Supporting the troops in their tour doesn't mean that you're supporting the war. Supporting the freedoms that they fighting for doesn't mean that you're supporting the war. Supporting the country I live in and loving it doesn't mean blindly supporting the government. The world that we live in is trouble. They turn up the media. We should defund it. Supporting America for other nations does not make me a racist. If you like communism so much, I'll pay for your vacation.
America first. Another crazy day. A lot of crazy news out there today. But for right now, We're going to honor our
$7
president.
overseas and funding these wars. No love for these politicians if they're not America first. America first. Countries protect their borders. It's not a controversial subject.
Okay, so just a little touch up on what's been going on. One of the first priorities of President Trump's second term was reducing the size and cost of the federal government. On his first day back in office, he signed a series of executive orders aimed at streamlining operations and reducing what he considered wasteful spending. Key measures included creation of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, a temporary agency that revealed a lot of fucking shit, and we're getting a lot out of it. You saw he fired multiple judges, right? That just happened. So that was the thing that's going down. Everybody's saying he's possibly going to announce we're declaring war on Iran tonight. Who knows? Who knows?
Even the ones who hate me.
Creation of the Department of DOGE, a hiring freeze for federal employees, a limit growth in government payrolls, reduction of remote work, federal workers requiring most employees to return to in-person work, deferred resignation program, offering employees who voluntarily left their position continued salary and benefits until September 25th. By the end of February, the administration reported more than 30,000 federal positions had been eliminated or reclassified as at-will roles, reducing union protections. Supporters argued these moves improved efficiency. Critics pointed out ongoing lawsuits. Yeah, of course you're going to sue the president for downsizing the fucking government, which is what both political sides want. Plain and simple. Both political sides want that. Right, left, you want the fucking government smaller, right? Fuck the government. And right, we definitely want fucking the ABC organizations to go fuck themselves, right? So, I mean, this is in litigation, ending birthright citizenship, suspending catch and release, halting nearly all refugee admissions, signing the Lake and Riley Act. We need a Charlie Kirk Act is what we need. Illegal boarding crosses, the lowest levels, they say in decades, but it's the lowest levels in my fucking lifetime, the lowest levels in my father's lifetime. So, I mean, it's crazy low. So we're going to skip the tariff part because we know what's going on. Diplomatic engagement with Mexico, the temporary paused the tariffs after Mexico agreed to cooperate more closely on border security and drug cartel enforcement, which we're seeing that right now. They just took out the leader of the drug cartel, and now it's fucking absolutely ham in fucking Mexico right now, bro. I mean, it's nuts. And go figure, all these lefties that fled America and went to fucking Mexico are begging Donald Trump to save their fucking little blown out assholes right now. They're all over social media. Come save us. We're stuck. They're going to kill us. Well, you know what, motherfucker? You should have stayed in America. We got lefties left and right in Canada saying, oh, my God, it's too expensive to live here. We can't stay here. We got to come back to America. Go fucking figure. Go figure. It's crazy. America first trade policies. The first thing I'll say right now, the only thing right now, from what's going on that I'll say is, I wish my president would send the military into these communist cities and these fucking Muslim took over fucking terrorist places. Because if you haven't heard, the son of a bitch that just tried to burn down Mar-a-Lago and fucking came up with a shotgun was an Iranian fucking terrorist working for fucking Iran, a country we're about to go to war with. And then they arrested 16 other fucking Iran terrorists on American soil about to commit fucking terrorist acts in the past 2 fucking days. So, yeah, that's a thing. Don't forget about all the fucking sleeper cells that's all over America right now. So that's another fucking thing. Okay, executive order to enact policy changes. Trump issued more in his first month of the second term than any previous president. Many of them drawn from proposals in Project 2025 and conservative blueprints. Okay, indoor inauguration, declassification of historic files, White House renovations. Who's looking forward to the declassified alien files next month, by the way? I don't know, man. I was into aliens real big when I was a kid. And you know, I'm a godly person for the most part. You know, I love Jesus Christ. He's my Lord and Savior. He's my King. And but man, proof of aliens, or do you mean we have proof of angels and demons? Who knows? You know, economic labor impacts. The economic effects of Trump's second term policies are still emerging, but several early trends: federal workforce reductions, tariff measures, labor market shifts. How'd you like the 671,000 new jobs within the fucking first 6 months of his presidency? Am I going to say that costs are down across the board when we go to the grocery store? No, I'm going to say milk's cheaper. I'm going to say eggs are cheaper. I'm going to say, fuck, I was paying $4.15 a gallon under Biden. I'm paying $2.56 a gallon now. I like that for gas. Especially since I have a truck with 900,000 fucking miles on it, and I get like 2 miles to the fucking gallon at this point. So I like cheaper gas. Inflation being down across the board doesn't mean everything's cheaper, though. You just don't understand what inflation is, if that's what you believe it is. But I did make a video last week of the prices in the stores, and you can put it beside the video I made 2 years ago of prices in the stores and 3 years ago of prices in the stores, and they're dramatically fucking different. $12 for eggs, now I can get them for $2.96 a fucking dozen. I mean, that's a massive fucking difference when I eat a carton of eggs like just about every morning. So, but are there a lot of things that I would like better? Absolutely. I'd like him to be, at this point, 20% of the fucking dictator you people call him. 20% of the fucking dictator you people call him is what I'd like to have. Analysts have noted that Trump's second term focused more on structured agenda compared to his first, particularly in trade, border security, and judicial appointments. Supporters argue that this reflects experience gained during his first term. Okay, so we got concentration of executive power, reassert U.S. influence, which I'm pretty sure we fucking done that. Combined policy announcements with high-profile media appearances, which that's quite a bit done. Okay, so February 2025 presents key actions: government reform, immigration, trade forum, symbolic. We got this whole line over here. Hold on. Okay, so we've got government restructuring and efficiency initiative. Trump signed executive orders to streamline 30,000 federal positions. Immigration enforcement and border policy. Administration reported a significant decrease in illegal crossings at the U.S.-Mexico border, with Supreme Court decisions supporting the deportation and immigration removal agenda, which we need to bump that up a little bit. I can admit that. We need to bump that up a whole bit. A fucking bunch of bit. So now we got Obama talking shit saying, oh, well, I could fucking deport more than that when I was in. Well, fuck you, motherfucker. You could also import more fucking Muslims that are now murdering people in our fucking country. You know, trade policies, foreign trade policies, you know, creating new jobs. So we've recapped all the good shit. That's only 1 year, 6 months for the fucking job creation, you know, and we're still sitting on billions of dollars of paid in tariffs that we've already gotten off what was done, that's going towards the deficit of America and towards other things in America. Nobody gives any credit on any of that. 18 wars stopped, whether you like to admit it or not, through tariffs. So, I mean, and through absolute power, black bagging fucking sitting presidents, which at this point was a masterful strategic move if we're going to war with Iran, because their oil can offset what the fuck's going to get fucked up with Iran. Look at it that way, and it's a great move. You know what I mean? It's a great fucking move. So, I mean, there ain't no other way to really put that. We got a little, where's it at? Little video that we pulled up that has a lot of stuff with Trump in it. So that's the live. Let's do it. I'm ready for this live broadcast.
On the cost.
Washington flourished, but the people did not share in its wealth. Politicians prospered, but the jobs left and the factories closed.
Doge could have done a ton more.
The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country. What truly matters is not which party controls our government, but whether our government is controlled by the people.
The world is a mess. The world is as angry as it gets. All of this has happened.
Speech starts at 9 and it'll be 3 hours long, they're saying. But the Democrats' speech is fucking garbage. That's why I turned it off. It's fucking, they went in, immediately went into race. We're racist.
It's going to be only.
It was immediately from the first sentence, we're racist. They put a real handicap. They're talking about this, we're racist, and it's all about black people. But there ain't no black people up on the stage except one, Joy Reid, and her fucking hairline's way the fuck back here by her ears. You know what I mean? So it was sad too. What, there's like 40 people out there? It's just sad, man. That's sad. Watch the ratings that the fucking State of the Union gets tonight. It's going to be fucking insane. Across the board,
America
it's going to be insane.
First. You are going to be so proud of your country because we're going to turn it around and we're going to start winning again. We're going to win so much. We're going to win at every level. We're going to win so much. You may even get tired of winning and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. It's true. I don't care.
2024 is the final battle to save our country from destruction. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you.
So, if that doesn't make you feel some kind of way, well then fuck you. How about that? Because, man, look, hands down, regardless of what anybody wants to say about my president, he's the best president of my lifetime, and he's damn sure way better than motherfucking Kamala Harris would have ever been. Our country would be literally on fire right now, and you people would be in the fucking gulag you don't want to be in because we would have fucking been at war with you already. You know? I mean, calm it down a little bit. You'd think. Look, the moment they stormed one of the Democrat county meetings last week, their own representative went on live TV and said, we want to pass a law so we can carry guns. That way, if our constituents break back into our county meeting, we can fucking blast their heads off. That's how your Democrats feel about you the moment you turn on them. So, I mean, that's pretty sad. That's pretty fucking sad. Steven,
you know the thing.
Steven's doing his broadcast tonight. Everybody's doing it. This is going to be one of the biggest broadcasts we've seen in quite some time, I think. I think this is going to be a massive broadcast that we're getting into with Donald Trump tonight. And I guess while we're waiting, we can pop on over here and pull up some of the little mainstream news that's happened. We've gone over a bit of the accomplishments. I mean, it would take forever to go through all fucking every single executive order that got signed. But I think this is going to be a good speech tonight. Another missing little kid in Arizona. Fucking shit sucks. Oh, yeah, let's talk about the elephant in the room, old Gavin Newsom. We now know he's running for president. So, Left, how do you feel about the fact that he literally called black people fucking stupid the same way Joe Biden did? But I guess that's what you like because you voted for Joe Biden, you know. And when he said poor kids are just as smart as black kids. Oh, man. So I think that's just nuts that you people, I don't know. I don't know where do we go from here with the left? We got cops getting suspended without pay for calling ICE on criminal aliens by their mayors. I guess Erica Kirk's going to be speaking at the inauguration or the State of the Union night. They're still talking about this Guthrie thing everywhere. Okay, so suspect in ramming stolen ambulance into Idaho DHS building identified as LGBTQ activist. No, my mind is blown. You mean it was a fucking trans person? Holy fuck. A trans person committed violence in America? That's unheard of. That is unheard of. Never happens. Newsom staffer tells reporter to fuck off when asked about governor's dyslexia. Trans killer intimidated, assaulted women whom he shared a cell with in Maine women's prison facility. At least they're not getting them pregnant this time, right? This is what they vote for. This is literally what you Democrats vote for. I don't get it. You call us racist, and the guy that's about to run for president on your side literally just said he has low IQ like black people do. So he's just like them. What the fuck kind of shit are you people smoking? Oh, it's crack. I forgot. That's right. It's crack and fucking fentanyl. That's what the fuck you guys are doing. Something. You got to be doing drugs. All of you have to be on heavy fucking drugs. There's no way this is fucking real. There's no way you people are this stupid. It's not possible. But you're about to lose your laptops in schools if you didn't know about that, because they just got all the scores back, and Gen Z's test scores with not using books and using laptops are the lowest in the history of America. Even lower than my generation's was. And what we did was smoke pot, eat acid, and fucking skip school. So we got low scores because we didn't go to school, because we never saw our parents, because we were always locked out of our fucking house, drinking water out of the hose and playing in the fucking woods. Literally, just out in the middle of fucking nowhere, by yourself, 8 years old. That was our life. We didn't see our parents. They were too busy working their fucking asses off. Both of them, 2 jobs, you know. Fucking make me a hot pocket. My mom would have smacked me in the mouth. Make you a hot pocket, bitch. I just worked 16 hours. Now I'm going to my other job. Make yourself a hot pocket, you little piece of shit. That's what my mom would have said to me. Where is it? We got T-minus. Well, knowing Donald Trump, it's probably going to be more like 9:15. You know what I mean? 9:30-ish. So T-minus, 42 minutes? Something like that. Where'd it go? Let's check out what these guys are doing right now. My broadcast is going to be the commentary on the Trump situation. Don't know who killed my love blue. You know what I can do? We got 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay, you know what? Let's pop this down Let me pull Discord up. Are any of you guys over here on Discord right now? Berserker Patriot Store server on Discord. We'll pop that up in the meantime. Maybe we'll pop it up after the broadcast too. And I mean, fuck it, if we're already going to be up fucking past midnight. So my message got blocked off my own server. Some of my messages got blocked off my own server. Damn you, Discord, and your fucking terms and rules. That's hilarious. So this is what my icon for my Berserker Patriot Store server looks like, by the way. It's not like the... son of a bitch. Oh, well, I guess it does have my, that's my Berserker Patriot Store Discord right here. And then I got my Viking with the shield with the, for my server. So Berserker Patriot Store server is my server. We do, if you get in here after we've gotten used to you for a while, I'll send you this is a brand new page. I've only had it for a few days. But I do have a private server, but we don't do the whole troll thing in there. It's for like-minded people. We have civil Discord and all kinds of stuff. It's for people that want to come together, know what's going on with the Republican organizations in Florida and all across America, what's going on with the Moms for Liberty, what's happening with campaigning, where any of the protests are going to be for Republicans, where our rallies are going to be at, stuff like that. So how you can get involved and just get together with like-minded people so we could all come together. So the goal is to get the Discord built up. We can go live on the Discord too. We can speak face to face. We can just do like a podcast style, whatever, you know what I mean? So I've had the public Berserker Patriot Stores server, but like I said, if you trolls come in here and you just spam blast shit, you're gonna get kicked the fuck out, because that's not what this is for. This isn't YouTube. This is for people to come in and have civilized conversation and debate with each other. It's not for you to come in and just spam blast wildly. I will fucking ban the fuck out of it. Oh, our First Amendment. Fuck you, communist. I don't give a fuck about your First Amendment right, you fucking communist. Fuck you. That's where you've pushed me now. I've never banned anyone from my YouTube page ever. Okay? I've timed you out a couple times, but if it dawned on me, you don't give a fuck about my rights. You know what I mean? Fuck you. You're not going to come into my shit and try to fuck my life up anymore. I'll just get rid of you. You know? That's just all there is to it. As a matter of fact, we took a poll and my followers prefer that. They don't want you people in there doing all that shit. So I love you guys, and I'm trying to be consistent with what I do, and I'm trying to cater to what you guys want. So if anybody has suggestions, go into my comments section or my community page and post whatever. I need to find a few good people. We're going to start getting moderators going. I went live from the laptop today. It actually worked out pretty good. So we're going to start doing that. So we have the picture-in-picture and everything right on the laptop again. And if you hadn't seen it over here, this is the newest so George Washington. Thank you. Oh, Mike Dunn. Thank you, brother. Thank you. So ultimately what I'm trying to do right now is get the entire shop open back up again, have the physical location so we could just set up in the parking lot, and I'll do the big barbecues again. People can come in, we can get culture together. We do have a definite release date. I got the meme. I was going to post it all tomorrow, but I'll go ahead and let you know. So the very first episode of the Culture Fighting new anime to it's coming out. So the first 2 seasons we'll see not 2 seasons, first 2 episodes. I'm sorry. The first 2 episodes will be out March 21st. So it's there. I watched one of them today, I'll be honest. It's like a mix between Solo Leveling and Dragon Ball Z. So the fight scenes are pretty fucking phenomenal. I had a buddy that helped me do it, and I'm not gonna lie, I used AI for a lot of things, but I put in all the parameters. I wrote everything myself. So I hope people enjoy that. If you have teenagers, it's all about doing the right thing, stopping the bad guy, good old 1980s style storylines for cartoons for kids. And we started today on Sky Dragon. I'm going to do a fan-based Star Trek series since they decided to ruin fucking gay Klingons. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Look, man. Look. You got gay Klingons, and look, man. Look. I got Star Trek, Star Wars, and Dragon Ball Z tattooed in plain view. I can't be associated with fucking gay Klingons. What the fuck? That shit don't make no sense whatsoever. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So those are a few of the things that are coming up. We got a few new shirts out today. I'm already sold out of all the smalls. The ladies really like that one. And the one that you see right here is the other. Oh, well, you can't see the whole thing in there. Damn it. That's another one with George Washington and Donald Trump. So I am officially gone through every single thing that anybody's released about Donald Trump and the Epstein files, and you fucking piece of shit leftist, I have not found one thing that credibly implicates our president in anything on the Epstein Islands or anything with little kids. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite. They pretty much say he didn't do anything, and when asked if he liked this stuff, he said no. So, we are going to start going through all of your side that's in these fucking files. And holy fuck, a whole bunch of other new faces came out in these files today, like David Copperfield with Ghislaine Maxwell, her giving him a piggyback ride in robes and shit. Fucking, I mean, this shit's getting nuts at this point. But who would have thought that Europe and all of the other foreign countries would be the leaders in arresting people for fucking the Epstein shit? We've had sultans fired. We've had freaking Mossad, top command arrested. We've had Prince Andrew arrested. We've got prime ministers getting arrested. All kinds of people getting arrested. Warrants for people in other states. Europe's talking about putting a warrant out for Hillary Clinton. Run that shit. Run that shit. Let's find a business reason to get that bitch over to fucking Europe. Let's figure that out. What are you doing over there? Oh. I'm surprised she hasn't tried to say hi to you guys. If you haven't seen my video with the compilation I put together for Biden for you guys on this whole term, you need to go watch it. Because what a creepy motherfucker that guy was. People tend to forget all the weird, creepy shit that happened on live fucking TV when that motherfucker was in office. Holy fuck, bro. I forgot about him biting the babies. I forgot when he licked that baby's head that time. I forgot all about that shit. I damn sure didn't forget about fucking rubbing his legs in the pool shit and fucking calling black kids cockroaches. It seems to put them back in chains. We all still voted for him, didn't you? I just don't get it, man. I really don't get it. Are they still on here? We'll
probably one tower. They're going to go tonight.
Okay, we'll pull it up. People's State of the Union. We'll pull it up.
well-being of the American people. And she has been retaliated against because she was willing to stand up and tell the truth. But here's what we all know.
Nobody believes you, though. That's
When
the thing.
history of this moment is written, the politicians and the law firms and the universities and the corporations.
Let's make it very clear. When the history's written, it'll be the conquerors that write the fucking history. So let's make that very clear.
Who appease the bullies will be exposed as the cowards they are. And the people who are standing up to save our democracy, like all of you gathered here today,
They mean that.
like Dr.
They're
Martin,
socialists. They're communists. They mean that. They don't want to save America and the constitutional republic.
Constitution and our democracy. So, ladies and
We're
gentlemen,
not a democracy.
please give a warm welcome to Dr.
Our democracy. Their democracy. Not their constitutional republic.
Thank you, Senator Van Hollen.
Okay, you just went outside before I went live 30 minutes ago, right? So you were a big old poo-poo.
In my personal capacity. As Senator Van Hollen noted, in November of 2025, I was placed on administrative leave from the job that I loved at the National Institute of Health because
You can't even breathe, bro.
that I saw there.
Again, you can't even talk and breathe at the same time. You had no business in that job.
Health at risk by a... Is that better? So, thank you, Senator.
I don't
Van
know
Hollen,
what
and
to
thank
do
you for
with
letting me
my
know that you
hands.
I am very honored to be here today with all of the brave folks.
If you know,
who are
you know.
speaking up. And I am here in my personal capacity. So as Senator Van Hollen noted, I was placed on administrative leave in November of last year because I spoke up about the wrongdoing that I was seeing in a job that I used to love at the National Institute of Health until it was fundamentally changed. The Trump administration put research participants and public health at risk when they abruptly terminated NIH studies. By halting these studies, they also...
Let me explain why I don't care about those statements. I committed holy blasphemy when I was a teenager. I can't go to heaven. I blaspheme the Holy Spirit. It's an unforgivable sin. Jesus Christ said so. Blasphemy of the Holy Spirit is an unforgivable sin. Okay? But I can fight demons on the way out. That's what I can do.
Censor research in violation of the court.
I'm a horrible sinner. I'm a piece of shit every single day.
From science who don't fit their vision. Black people, Hispanic people, immigrants, LGBTQ+ people, all Americans who deserve to have their unique research needs addressed.
No.
They are creating...
Your sexuality is nobody's business. Nobody cares about your sexuality. That's a sexual preference. It's got nothing to do with politics or reality. It's sexuality. It's weird and sick and creepy that you want to fucking justify everybody's sexuality.
Speaking up was my right.
She likes little kids.
But I also believe that it was my duty. I first spoke up inside the National Institutes of Health. But when my concerns were not addressed by leadership at NIH, I felt that I had no choice but to join with hundreds of my colleagues.
So she's so out of breath when she's speaking. She can't hold herself upright. She's very unhealthy, clearly. Her skin's not healthy. The way she speaks isn't healthy. But she thinks she needed a job at the NIH, right?
Civil servants like me are not the only ones affected. The lawlessness at the National Institutes of Health affects all of us. Last year, the Trump administration funded 24% fewer new research studies.
No, I'm on Spartacus 9.
That means fewer future cures for all of us. The Trump administration also...
Holy blasphemy is an unforgivable sin according to the New Testament.
Researchers, creating a brain drain that will damage our economy and end American leadership in science exploration as our best and our brightest seek positions abroad. The Trump administration tried to silence us by putting me and other federal employees who have spoken up on retaliatory administrative leave. They do not want you to know how they are destroying your government, our government.
but we will not stop speaking up. Let's get loud together. This is our country, and when we come together, we are powerful. Thank you.
That's exactly what we need to be hearing tonight. Coming up next, we have a congressman from the state of...
1 second for you. So Matthew 12:31. Therefore I tell you, every sin and blasphemy will be forgiven people, but the blasphemy against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. And whoever speaks a word against the Son of Man will be forgiven, but whoever speaks against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven, either in this age or in the age to come. And then again in Matthew 3:28-29, truly I say, you all sins will be forgiven in children of man, and whatever blasphemies they utter, but whoever blasphemies against the Holy Spirit never has forgiveness, but is guilty of an eternal sin. And then again in Luke, it says it numerous times. It's like 4 or 5 times in the Bible. It says you cannot be forgiven for blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. And blasphemy of the Holy Spirit is denying a miracle of God. That's why the preachers are supposed to be preaching this, but they do not. They say there's forgiveness from everything. But that's the words of Jesus Christ in Matthew and Luke. He said blasphemy of the Holy Spirit is an unforgivable sin. I committed blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. It's an unforgivable sin. I love Jesus Christ. I'll never deny Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, but I don't live in any false realities, okay? I do understand that the path to heaven is a very narrow path, and very few people are actually going to go to heaven. But you have all these prosperity teachers that are leading people into hell, and the Bible says that'll happen. I don't want to lead people into hell. I want to lead people into happiness. But in the process, I'm going to fight demons the whole way, because it says you must be nice to those that are your Christian brothers and sisters in the Bible. But those who sin against God and go against God, it doesn't say. That's in Romans chapter 1. It also says in Romans chapter 1 that it's an abominable sin to be gay. It flat out says in Romans chapter 1. But every time one of these preachers are in the street and people say, well, where does it say in the Bible that it's an abomination to be gay and God, you should die for that? They don't ever go to Romans. They go to Matthew or in the Old Torah, where it says a man should not lay with a man and a woman should not lay with a woman. But in Romans, it clarifies it in definitive statements by starting at the beginning of the chapter saying, I am Paul, given the authority of God as the apostle of Jesus Christ to speak the word of Jesus. And then it goes in the definites and talks about what you can and can't do and what the death of the sin for these things are. And it gives many different reasons. It also talks about it in Revelation, but nobody talks about those. You don't hear about that part of the Bible from preachers. That's why everybody should read their Bible. We're not supposed to take the word of God from man. We're supposed to take the word of God from the word of God. The word of God is not to be interpreted. God will interpret it for you through the Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ. It's my opinion. That's my opinion. Okay, as a terrible sinner. Okay, like I just said, I'm damned to hell. I'm damned to hell. I've committed holy blasphemy. You can judge me all you want. I've already been judged by Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? I commit sins every day. Absolutely I do. There's no repentance. I just read it to you from 3 different chapters of the Bible. Jesus Christ himself said there's no repentance. There's no forgiveness. It's an eternal damnation of your soul to commit holy blasphemy. I just read it to you from the Bible. There is no forgiveness for what I've done. So therefore, I'm going to fight demons as savagely as I can while I'm on this earth. And maybe, like David, I might not be able to step in that tabernacle, but I will be able to secure a place for because you understand that the sins of the father are given to generational sin is a thing. You understand that, right? The Bible absolutely puts your sins on your child. You understand that, right? So maybe I can fight enough demons that, like David or Joshua, my sins don't have to go on to my child. Which, by the way, even the anointed of God went on to fall away from God and sin horribly against God. That's why we had more anointed of God. So understand that. David fell off of God. Joshua fell off of God. You know what I mean? They all questioned God while they were giving commands directly from God. You know what I mean? Even the disciples and the apostles, who were all sinners, that's why Jesus chose them, fell off from God while they were preaching for God. You know what I mean? I actually prostrate myself to God when I pray at night. I'm not a Protestant, but I do bow down on my hands and knees, and I put my face, you know. A lot of times I'll pray wherever I'm at, actually. I'll drive in my truck and pray sometimes. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean I can't take guidance from God if he gives it to me. He hasn't chosen that. You know what I mean? He hasn't chosen to use me. I'm a horrible sinner. He hasn't chosen to use me. So, we're coming up onto it. Let's hold on. Oh. We should be there. Let me get into the playlist. Ba-bow. It's 9:01. We don't have anything quite yet. In the name of Jesus, let Trump be healthy and watch over him and just be blessed. Everybody in the world that has to come in contact with my content, let them be blessed, Lord, whether they love me or hate me or not. Amen. So, yeah, I don't know what to expect because we got a lot of crazy shit happening out here right now. We're going to get the usual at the beginning. We all know that. We're going to get the usual at the beginning. But you got to remember, too, whatever you ask me, that's why I don't answer a lot of questions, is whatever you ask me, I have to tell you because this fucking brain injury of mine, that part of my brain that stops me from saying what I'm thinking, is damaged. That's why. Oh man, I had such a good live set up for you guys last night. I wrote a big script. I had it just like the old one. We're going to be doing some much different content this coming week. I had a very good week last week. The largest donation I've ever received in my entire life I got last week. And I was able to pay off everything that needed to be paid off for right now. And we got a bunch more shirts ordered in and we're getting shit made up. So we've got some rallies coming up, some campaign shit that's about to be going down in Southwest Florida. They've got the school board meeting we're going to next week. We've got all kinds of good stuff coming. So we're getting back out here. Sorry it's taken 4.5, 5 months. You know, when we got remonetized, I told you we'd build it as quick as we can. Hey, at least it didn't take a year or two to start getting back out here. You know what I mean? So, but it's already getting to the point where I'm going to have to order another machine because just local orders are fucking putting me through the roof right now. So I thank you guys for that. I thank everybody for all the support I'm getting right now. Unfortunately, most of it's local from the next towns over, but the people in Sarasota, you Sarasota people, are going through a lot of shit over there right now, and I'm sorry that's all happening to you guys. You don't know about all the people that have been killed in Sarasota in the past month. Holy fuck, man. I went over there and did that rally last week, and I was talking to people that were just coming up and bullshitting with me and thanking me for coming back out to Sarasota. And I didn't realize, because I hadn't been out there in a while, because I thought we, straightened out those people on the school board, but it's been pretty rough in Sarasota. They've lost some elections to Democrats over there. Fucking the cops aren't working with the Patriots anymore over there. They got a lot of corruption, a lot of fucking crazy weirdo grooming shit going on in the schools. So we're going to be hitting school board meetings up over there. You'll get to see me and Princess Kiera. You'll get to see her screaming at school board people. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a crazy summer. I hope you guys are ready for this shit, because if you haven't noticed, every one of these Muslim terror attacks that's just happened in America in the past 2 months happened in my home state of Florida right here. So remember, all these people that want to murder Donald Trump, his house is here in Florida. I mean, not far from me. It's a few hours up the road, you know. So yeah, it's going to be crazy. Muslims are buying up everything in Florida right now. All the good old boys are doing is sitting back and getting together with each other and keeping that powder dry, baby. That's all we're doing right now. We know exactly what time it is. We know exactly what's happening in Florida. We got the plans on how to fucking, if we have to shut our community down, that shit's going to happen like clockwork down here. And thank God I live in Florida because we got bridges on all sides of us. You know what I mean? So we'll be good in Florida. I don't know what's going on with the State of the Union address, but come on, guys. Let's go into here and see if it's on, and maybe it's just not working on the White House's. Sometimes the White House's feed doesn't fucking work right. No, it looks like it's something's starting on this one. Oh, Donald Trump's walking in right now on this one.
The President of the United States.
That sucks. I don't want to watch fucking ABC, bro. White House right here live. Are you up yet? It's still showing this stupid thing. Look. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. Here we go, guys. I'll give the White House. I already gave it a thumbs up earlier. Shit, they already got 49K watching on the White House. Before it gets started, that's what we can do. Let's go see what views everybody's got already, real quick, like. Live from Fox. Six, 69K, 68K. Times Now. Let's see what the ratings are on Times Now. 243 on Times Now. What's Fox News got? 100K on Fox News. What's Forbes getting? 2,000 on Forbes. Let's see what Steven Crowder's getting. Let's see what old Crowder's getting on here.
Probably one tower.
Oh, they still got the Democrat one on over here.
Probably
They're
one
getting
tower.
27K on Timcast. 1K on Crowder's disappeared over here. We have to pop over to Rumble to see Crowder, but we'll put Trump on so we can hear what's going on over here. And we'll pop over to Rumble really fast. Just shaking hands. You know, it's going to take him a minute to get to the podium. Donald Trump, everybody wants a piece of him. Let's see, what's Crowder got right now? 92,000 watching live. Crowder's got a bigger broadcast than everybody except Fox, and it's not even started yet. So live just on Rumble, he's got 92,000. He had 58,000 on YouTube. So no, he's got more than Fox. He's got over 100,000 just on those two. Plus he's live on 2 other broadcasts. So that shows you what's up right there. You know, 92,000 right there, 92,794.
I was way too happy about that with the president on screen. That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
I don't want to get
make sure he feels that echo.
So we'll pull Trump back up. Facebook is fucking garbage, and I can't say things on Facebook because I'll get banned. I don't say people don't support me. I say people in the community don't get together and support the fucking cause. That's why the Democrats are out here by the fucking thousands. I'm out here putting my life in danger while all the other Republicans in the area. We only have 3 old ladies in our area right now volunteering for the Republican headquarters. We've got 1,400 people volunteering at the Democrat headquarters. There's no support in the community. So like I said, I have expanded my operations to other communities that do support the cause. Hey, somebody's about to say something. And I'm not deleting lives. I'm putting them on members only stuff. I'd like to get everybody over on Berserker Patriot Store 1 on Rumble. Berserker Patriot Store 1 on Rumble. So this will be the 3rd speech he's given today, and he's about to do another 3-hour fucking speech. Talk about big dick fucking
Members
energy.
of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States.
Biden couldn't even speak for 15 fucking minutes without shitting his pants. Motherfucker had an ice cream button. Just remember, there's no Democrats there. It's going to be all Republicans. But there are a lot of Democrats there. Only a few of them ended up boycotting the thing.
Well, thank you very much, everybody.
The crowd in here is bigger than the crowd the Democrats got.
Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, First Lady of the United States.
Oh, what just happened?
Second Lady of the United States.
No, he didn't.
Members of Congress and my fellow
And if he
Americans.
did, he's 80 fucking years
Our
old.
nation is back.
And he's doing
Bigger,
more in
better,
one day than you
richer,
probably
and
do all year.
stronger than ever before. Less than 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th
No,
anniversary
said he was going
of
to
our
commit
glorious
intifada on me before.
American independence. This July 4th, we will mark 2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph, progress and freedom in the most incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And you've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America. When I last spoke in this chamber 12 months ago, I had just inherited a nation in crisis with a stagnant economy, inflation at record levels, a wide open border, horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world. But tonight, after just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
Democrats are just pissed. They're starting to get arrested. 15 judges fired today.
And we will never go back to where we were just a very short time ago. We're not going back. Today, our border is secure.
You don't know the playbook yet. Watch.
Today, our border is secure. Our spirit is restored. Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before. And our enemies are scared. Our military and police are stacked. And America is respected again, perhaps like never before.
Every other country walked on us for the past 4 years. They don't walk on us now because we'll just blow them the fuck up. So yeah, 100% right. Iran's shitting in their fucking pants right now.
4 years in which millions and millions of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked. We now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by
100%.
far. In the past 9 months, 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States.
Who you guys gonna vote for, Marco Rubio or
Allow
Vance?
people to come in legally, people that will love our country and will work hard to maintain our country. The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year. And last year, the murder rate saw its
100
single
immigration
largest
judges as of early
in recorded
26.
history. This is the biggest decline, think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years, year 1900. In fact, substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred, before he was born.
202
Substantially
judges.
before he was born. That's a long time ago. He wouldn't like me to say that, but that's a long time ago. The Biden administration and its allies in Congress gave us the worst inflation in the history of our country. But in 12 months, my administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest level in more than 5 years. And in the last 3 months of 2025, it was down to 1.7%. Gasoline, which reached a peak of over $6 a gallon in some states under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster, is now below $2.30 a gallon in most states, and in some places, $1.99 a gallon. And when I visited
It's
the
$2.56
great
here.
state of Iowa just a few weeks ago, I even saw $1.85 a gallon for gasoline.
I think we had $1.98 2 months ago. Then it went back up.
Mortgage rates are the lowest in 4 years and falling fast, and the annual cost of a typical new mortgage is down almost $5,000 just since I took office. 1 year. And low interest rates will solve the Biden-created housing problem well, at the same time protecting the values of those people who already own a house that really feel rich for the first time in their lives. We want to protect those values. We want to keep those values up. We're going to do both. And we are going to keep it that way. The stock market has set 53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that. 1 year. Boosting pensions, 401ks, and retirement accounts for the millions and millions of Americans. They're all gaining. Everybody's up, way up. In 4 long years, the last administration got less than $1 trillion in new investment in the United States. And when I say less, substantially less. In 12 months, I secured commitments for more than $18 trillion pouring in from all over the globe.
And that is in the, you can actually
Think
Google
of it,
that.
much less than $1 trillion for 4 years versus much more than $18 trillion for 1 year. What a difference a president makes. A short time ago, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world, the hottest.
I don't know about the hottest country anywhere in the world. We're doing a lot better than we were a year and a half ago, though. A lot better.
As thousands of new businesses are forming in factories, plants, and laboratories are being built, we have added 70,000 new construction jobs in just a very short period of time. It's getting bigger and bigger and stronger.
I can buy
Nobody
groceries and
believe what
gas in
they're
the same
watching.
day. It's amazing.
American oil production is up by more than 600,000 barrels a day, and we just received from our new friend and partner, Venezuela, more than 80 million barrels of oil.
Because we have piece of shit representatives here that are allowing bad things to happen to a state that I put a lot of time and effort into my entire fucking life, and so did my ancestors.
American natural gas production
Bitch about
is
my
at an all-time
representation.
high because
I
I
make it
kept
very
my
clear
promise
Florida's
to
always been a great state.
drill, baby, drill.
Yeah, I vote for Rubio before I would Vance, but I know Rubio. I campaigned for Rubio. I know he's a warmonger.
More Americans are working today than at any time in the history.
But he also generally
of our
gives a
country.
shit.
Think about that. Any time in the history of our country, more working today. And 100% of all jobs created under my administration have been in the private sector.
Like I said, we'll start off with all the regular stuff, but we're supposed to be getting some big
We
announcements
ended
tonight. I don't know.
DEI in America. We cut a record number of job-killing regulations, and in 1 year, we have lifted 2.4 million Americans, a record, off of food stamps. And for all of these reasons, I say tonight, members of Congress, the state of our union is strong.
We need to start getting terrorists out of our country now.
Our country is winning
More than
again.
that.
In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country.
So like Rick Scott told DeSantis to put a moratorium
But now we're winning.
and a travel advisory on Florida when Biden went into office.
You're going
He
to
should have done
win.
it.
You're going to
We
win
wouldn't be out of
big.
water.
You're going to win bigger than ever. And to prove that point, here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in.
Thank you, Donald Trump, for being here for America. There's a bunch of wild communist, spoiled baby pussy brats out here that hate their fucking country. Can we please deport them and denaturalize them and get them the fuck out of here? That's why I'll vote for Rubio, because he'll do everything that I know for a fact he'll go full bore on these motherfuckers with the military. I know that for sure. Because he'll want to clean up America before he goes to war with Israel, for Israel. Vance might do it too, just to appease the MAGA, though. Who knows?
Go ahead.
I guess so, because minimum wage is $15 an hour in Florida. McDonald's hire you at $20 an hour for an entry-level job, $28 for a manager. Or average, it's $18 an hour at most places here. Getting these places to hire people, though, now that it's $15 an hour, that's your challenge.
Time I've ever seen them get up. And actually, not all of them did get up. But they beat a fantastic Canadian team in overtime, as everybody saw, as did the American women who will soon be coming to the White House. They were in the Oval Office before, and I just want to say a second very big congratulations to Team USA. I have to say that, and I told them this, and we took a vote.
So I'm from Polk County, Florida.
Nobody votes no. I'm not.
We've always been good in Polk County.
They stood there, and they weren't about to say no, because I'd never seen a goaltender play as well as goalie Connor Hellebuyck.
Thank you. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It won't let me pull that up for some reason. Thank you very much.
Think of it, 46 shots on goal, and I asked him, the one shot, the one where you put your stick in the back and it hit the neck of your stick and bounced off. You practiced that, or was that a little lucky? He refused to answer that question. But I just want to tell you that the members of this great hockey squad will be very happy to hear, based on their vote and my vote, and in this case, my vote was more important, that I will soon be presenting Connor with our highest civilian honor, which we will be given, and which has been given to many athletes over the years. But when I say many, not too many, like 12. It's called the highest civilian honor in our country, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Great athletes have gotten that, very great, the best, and I thought he deserved it. And I did take a vote, every single one of them. I said, I'm not giving it if anybody goes no, and every single one of them rapidly put up their hand. So I want to thank you all. What a special job you did. What special champions you are. Thank you very much.
It's funny because the people that talk shit about Trump flopped at the last second and lost the gold medal.
I'm also pleased to say that the next time the Olympic torch is lit, it will be here in America for the 2028 Olympics, and it's the summer version right in Los Angeles. We're going to do a good job in Los Angeles. And Los Angeles is going to be safe, just like Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in the country. And this year, and I must say I got them both. I got them in the first term, and I was disappointed because I didn't think I'd be the president when this happened. But strange things took place. And now I've got them because I got the Olympics and I got the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And I wanted to claim the 250th, but I didn't get away with that one. I couldn't claim that one for myself. But we're getting the World Cup. So we have the World Cup and the Olympics coming. And that is exciting news.
Yep.
So this will be a year to celebrate our country.
The house is packed out, isn't it?
Kept it free. Men like Buddy Taggart.
Some boycott they got happening.
At age 17, Buddy volunteered to defend America in World War II, serving in the Pacific under the great General Douglas MacArthur. He fought bravely in the famous Battle of Manila, worked so hard. He was badly wounded and almost killed by enemy machine guns in Luzon. And 81 years ago this month, he liberated the largest internment camp in the Philippines, one of the largest anywhere in the world. But he earned many honors, including a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star, came home, started a family, and tonight he is in the gallery looking forward to July 4th, 2026, his 100th birthday.
We will be at the Byron Donalds debate live on July 21st, by the way.
So, Buddy, you're a brave man, and we salute you. Even in times of challenge, setback, and immense heartache, the spirit of 1776 has always shone through very brightly. It was July 4th of last year when floodwaters tore through a girls' summer camp in Central Texas. One of the worst things I've ever seen. I was there, rising 26 feet in the matter of minutes, tragically claiming many
Is he going off the cuff on this shit right now? Is he going to speak for 3 hours off the fucking cuff right now?
11-year-old
Joe Biden did that his whole fucking term.
Closed her eyes and prayed to God. She thought she was going to die. Those prayers were answered when Coast Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above. Nobody knew where he came from. It was Scott's first ever rescue mission, a young guy, but very brave, very, very top, always top in his class. And he lifted not just Millie Kate, but 164 others to safety.
Everybody go in my comments and my community section and tell me what a good time to go live on my Discord is for everybody. I'd like to start doing that. We could all, see where we stand with each other. Find out if there's a way to get civil discord back in this fucking country.
People watched Scott from a distance, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The winds were blowing, the rain was pouring, everything was going, and that rapid water, nobody's ever seen anything like it. They said, wow, that's something. Tonight, Scott and Millie Kate are here together, reunited for the very first time. Thank you, Scott, Millie Kate.
We need a little more Abraham Lincoln action happening right now.
And Petty Officer Ruskin, I'm pleased to inform you that I am now awarding you the Legion of Merit for extraordinary heroism, which is what it was, extraordinary heroism. Thank you. And I'd like to have the military aide to please come down and take care of the service. Military aide, thank you very much. Take care of that very important service. Thank you very much. From 1776 to today, every generation of Americans has stepped forward to defend life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And they're really doing it for the next generation. But now it's our turn. Together, we're building a nation where every child has the chance to reach higher and go further. Where government
Where's the
answers to
teleprompter?
the people, not the powerful.
Because he's looking in
where
every
the interests
direction
of
when he
hardworking
talks.
American citizens are always our first and ultimate concern. That is the debt we owe to the heroes who came before us, and that is the promise we must keep to America for our 250th year.
If he's reading, he's the best reading
Last year,
motherfucker
I
on the
urged
planet,
this
bro.
Congress to begin the mission by
That
passing
shit's
the
streamlined together.
largest tax cuts in American history, and our Republican majorities delivered so beautifully. Thank you, Republicans.
Look, I love my president, but damn it, 3 hours, that's a lot. I'll stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it the whole time.
Democrats, every single one of them voted against these really important and very necessary.
I knew
massive
everybody else
tax
was going to
cuts.
be live, though. I knew everybody else was going to be live doing the same thing. Steven Crowder is at over 150,000
They
viewers right
wanted-
now.
Large-scale tax increases to hurt the people instead. But we held strong, and with the great, big, beautiful bill, we gave you no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
Absolutely. What prompter? Where? What prompter? There's nothing here, bro. That's a fucking lighting screen. That's a lighting screen. What prompter?
And we also made interest on auto loans tax deductible the first time, but only if the car is made in America. Homeschools, children, beautiful, 2 children, during the day while waiting tables at night as her husband works overtime.
It's weird how far ahead it is on other channels.
Homeschools, children, beautiful, 2 children, during the day while waiting tables at night as her husband works overtime, operating very heavy equipment. Megan is here this evening, and she's happy to tell you that she is so much richer because with no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and her expanded child tax credit done again by Republicans, Megan and her husband will take home more than $5,000 extra just for the year, cutting her tax bill in more than half.
Hello.
Megan, please stand up. We're fighting for you, Megan. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Megan. We're fighting for you, Megan. Under our bill, parents like Megan can also activate their children's brand new Trump accounts. And I didn't name it. I did not name that. Nobody believes me, but I did not name it. It was named by a very tall man sitting right there in the third row. Nice man, a good man. Tax-free investment accounts for every American child. This is something that's so special and has taken off and gone through the roof. Millions will be pre-funded courtesy of the U.S. Treasury and private individuals like Michael and Susan Dell, who have donated $6 billion $250 million to fund the Trump accounts for 25 million American children. They're great people. You know, I asked Michael Dell, how do you make all that money? He said, well, I just sat on my dorm in school and I made computers and I'd sell them to people. And I just kept selling and selling and selling. And pretty amazing story. That's called the American dream. He sold a lot of computers, a lot of those laptops. So I congratulate him on that. But I really thank him and Susan, as well as others like Brad Gerstner, a very tremendous guy. He was behind it right from the beginning. Brad Gerstner. Thank you, Brad. So with modest additional contributions, these young people's accounts could grow to over $100,000 or more by the time they turn 18. Think of it. How much money is that for somebody that started with nothing? Over 100,000, could be much more than that. To make this investment in our children's future, go to TrumpAccounts.gov, TrumpAccounts.gov. And a lot of people are doing it. It's setting every record in the book. It's popular. They knew what it was going to
You can also go to Rumble Wallet. Rumble Wallet on rumble.com.
Now it's just taken off.
No
One
more
of the primary
debanking.
reasons for our country's stunning economic turnaround, the biggest in history, where the Dow Jones broke 50,000 4 years ahead of schedule, and the S&P hit 7,000, where it wasn't supposed to do it for many years, were tariffs. I used these tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well. Countries that were ripping us off for decades are now paying us hundreds of billions of dollars. They were ripping us so badly, you all know that. Everybody knows it. Even the Democrats know it. They just don't want to say it. And yet these countries are now happy, and so are we. We made deals. The deals are all done. And they're happy. They're not making money like they used to, but we're making a lot of money. There was no inflation, tremendous growth. And the big story was how Donald Trump called the economy correctly, and 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics didn't. They got it totally wrong. They got it really wrong. And then just 4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court. It just came down. It came down. Very unfortunate ruling. But the good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal that they already made, right, Scott? Knowing that the legal power that I, as president,
So this is my channel. They just got banned recently.
for them, and therefore they will continue to work along.
That's
the
what
same
we're trying to work
successful
back up to, and then we're trying to get back up to what we were, in 2020.
Unfortunate involvement. So despite the disappointing ruling, these powerful country saving, it's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in, peace protecting. Many of the wars I settled was because of the threat of tariffs. I wouldn't have been able to settle them without. Will remain in place under fully approved and tested alternative legal statutes. And they have been tested for a long time. They're a little more complex, but they're actually probably better, leading to a solution that will be even stronger than before. Congressional action will not be necessary. It's already time tested and approved. And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love.
Before they threw the bucket of rats in my truck and my seats were still in good shape.
Moving forward, factories, jobs, investment, and trillions of dollars will continue pouring into the United States of America because we finally have a president who puts America first. To put America first. I love America. were decades before I came along. We had the exact opposite. From trade to healthcare, from energy to immigration. Everything was stolen and rigged in order to drain the wealth out of the productive, hardworking people who make our country great, who make our country run. Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New Scam.
This is why you don't kill black
everyone.
snakes.
They poured in by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions. They were murders, 11,888 murders. They came into our country. You allowed that to happen. And record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time. Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly use the word affordability, a word. They just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they caused and created the increased prices.
Go ahead. I'm dating one of the girls that's the head of the animal control in my community right now. She was literally just over here earlier today. Call him. Tell him it's Joshua Pierce and it's Princess Kiara you're talking about. This is the most famous dog in Southwest Florida.
They knew their statements were a lie. They knew it. They knew their statements were a dirty, rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. Our policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well. Those prices are plummeting downward. The price of eggs is down 60%, Madam Secretary. Thank you.
Charlotte County Animal Control.
Chicken, butter, fruit, hotels, automobiles.
You want me to give you the phone number?
Lower today than when I took office by a lot. And even beef, which was very high, is starting to come down significantly. Just hold on a little while.
You have noticed that all my dinner videos for the past month have been good beef.
Would think were possible.
Even
to
tonight,
achieve
I had
this
two big,
nation.
massive beef patties.
Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers, and especially energy. When they see energy going down to numbers like that, they cannot believe
I
it.
got solar.
It's like another
energy's
big
another thing for me.
tax cut. I'm also confronting one of the biggest ripoffs of our times, the crushing cost of health care caused by you. Since the passage of the Unaffordable Care Act, sometimes referred to as Obamacare, big insurance companies have gotten rich. It was meant for the insurance companies, not for the people. With our government giving them hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars a year as their stock prices soared 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, and even 1,700%, like nothing else. That's why I introduced the great healthcare plan. I want to stop all payments to big insurance companies and instead give that money directly to the people so they can buy their own health care, which will be better health care at a much lower cost.
Absolutely. That's phenomenal. He's also talking about the Trump accounts where you can just put your money into an account for your own insurance instead of paying an insurance company. I've been advocating for that for years.
Requires maximum price transparency. That's a big deal. Sounds so simple, so big. And I did that in my first term, and the Democrats immediately terminated it with full knowledge that they were doing a very bad thing for the people. Costs were going to go way up, and that's what happened. And now I'm bringing them way down on healthcare and everything else. I'm also ending the wildly inflated cost of prescription drugs like has never happened before. Other presidents tried to do it, but they never could. They tried. Most didn't try, actually. But they tried. They said they tried. They couldn't do it. They didn't even come close. They were all talk and no action. But I got it done. Under my just enacted most favored nation agreements, Americans who have for decades paid by far the highest prices of any nation anywhere in the world for prescription drugs will now pay the lowest price anywhere in the world for drugs.
First president in the history of my
Anywhere.
lifetime
The
to bring
lowest price.
prescription prices down. And we're not getting penalized under this president and fined
So
for
in
not
my
getting mandatory
first
government
year-
insurance.
Second term. Should be my third term. But strange things happen. I took prescription drugs, a very big part of healthcare, from the highest price in the entire world to the lowest. That's a big achievement. The result is price differences of 300, 400, 500, 600% and more, all available right now at a new website called TrumpRx.gov. And I didn't name that one either, by the way. And here tonight is the very first customer ever to get that big discount, and it is big, Catherine Rayner. For 5 years, she and her husband have struggled with infertility, and they turned to IVF. One drug has been costing Catherine $4,000 to purchase. But a few weeks ago, she logged onto the Trump RX website and got that same drug that cost $4,000, got it for under $500. A reduction of much more, actually, than $3,500. Catherine, we are all praying for you, and you're going to be a great mom. So now I'm calling on Congress to codify my most favored nation program into law. Now, the one thing I'm not sure it matters, because it's going to be very hard for somebody that comes along after me to say, let's raise drug prices by 700 or 800%. But John and Mike, if you don't mind, codify it anyway. They may do it. Codify it anyway. Thank you. Many Americans are also concerned that energy demand from AI data centers could unfairly drive up their electric utility bills. Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that I have negotiated the new Ratepayer Protection Pledge. You know what that is? We're telling the major tech companies that they have the obligation to provide for their own power needs. They can build their own power plants as part of their factory so that no one's prices will go up. And in many cases, prices of electricity will go down for the community, and very substantially down. This is a unique strategy never used in this country before. We have an old grid. It could never handle the kind of numbers, the amount of electricity.
I'm worried about all the water we're fracking out of the ground too, though, and all the water it takes to run these things.
It will ensure the company's ability to get electricity while at the same time lowering prices of electricity for you, and could be very substantial for all of you cities and towns. You're going to see some good things happen over the next number of years. Another pillar of the American dream that has been under attack is home ownership. With us tonight is Rachel Wiggins, a mom of two from Houston. She placed bids on 20 homes and lost all of those bids to gigantic investment firms that buy.
I do have a pair of Trump shoes, though.
Paid all cash and turned those houses into rentals, stealing away her American dream. She was devastated. Stories like this are why last month I signed executive order to ban large Wall Street investment firms from buying up in the thousands single-family homes.
We have a massive problem. I've been trying to expose that in Florida. Blackstone's bought up over 60,000 single-family homes in the past year.
Because homes for people, really, that's what we want. We want homes for people, not for corporations. Corporations are doing just fine. Rachel, thank you very much. Good luck with your home. You'll get one soon.
It almost sounded like he was in the broadcast, didn't it?
We're also working to make it easier for Americans to save for retirement. And under this administration, we will always protect Social Security and Medicare. They are not protecting it for our seniors. We will always protect Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid.
Hold on. Where am I? Hold on.
Since I took office, the typical 401k balance is up by at least
Give me 1 second.
$30,000. That's a lot of money. We have millions and millions of people, because the stock market has done so well, setting all those records. Your 401ks are way up. Yet half of all of working Americans still do not have access to a retirement plan with matching contributions from an employer. To remedy this gross disparity, I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these often forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year. As we ensure that all Americans can profit from a rising stock market, let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information. They stood up for that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she's here? Doubt it. Pass the Stop Insider Trading Act without delay.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if anybody even on this side was going to applaud for that. I'm very impressed. Thank you. I'm very impressed. But when it comes to the corruption that is plundering, it's plundering America. There's been no more stunning example than Minnesota, where members of the Somali community have pillaged an estimated $19 billion from the American taxpayer. Oh, we have all the information. And in actuality, the number is much higher than that. And California, Massachusetts, Maine, and many other states are even worse. This is the kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation, and we are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President, J.D. Vance.
Yes, they're a size 45 European.
He'll get it done. Find enough of that fraud. We will actually have a balanced budget overnight. It'll go very quickly. That's the kind of money you're talking about. We'll balance out.
So,
the Somali pirates who ransacked.
If you haven't heard,
us that there are
there's about to be a lot of arrests coming when J.D. Vance gets put in charge of all of this stuff. We'll see. I want to see the action, but all sources are saying subpoenas are signed like crazy to start arresting people. So we'll see what happens.
It's the American people who pay the price in higher medical bills, car insurance rates, rent, taxes.
I got a Trump knife somewhere around here. I don't know where it's at right offhand, though.
This problem. We're going to take care of this problem. We are not playing games. Delilah. Delilah Colden was only 5 years old in June 2024 when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her stopped car traveling at 60 miles an hour or more. The driver was an illegal alien let in by Joe Biden and given a commercial driver's license by open borders politicians in California. Doctors said Delilah would never be able to walk or talk, have a good life. She wouldn't even be able to eat again. But against all odds, she is now in the first grade learning to walk. And she's here this evening with her dad, Marcus, a fantastic man. Delilah, please You are a great inspiration. Please stand up.
Get up there and get it.
Thank you, Delilah. Many, if not most, illegal aliens do not speak English and cannot read even the most basic road signs as to direction, speed, danger, or location. That's why tonight I'm calling on Congress to pass what we will call the Delilah Law, barring any state from granting commercial driver's licenses to illegal aliens. And yesterday, as you probably saw at the White House, I hosted a ceremony with Americans who lost their treasured loved ones to the scourge of illegal immigration. People came into our country, how we allowed this to happen with our open doors. These are the angel moms and families that for decades our government betrayed and our media totally ignored, totally ignored. Hard to believe, actually. In 2023, a 16-year-old high school cheerleader named Elizabeth Medina was supposed to perform in the town's Christmas parade.
At this point, if you don't like Trump, then you're just a traitor to this country and you're a fucking communist. So we got. What just happened?
But she never arrived. Her mother, Jacqueline, went home to look for her, and she found her lying dead in a bathtub, bleeding profusely after being stabbed 25 times. Elizabeth's killer was a previously arrested illegal alien who had broken in and brutally extinguished the brightest light in her family's life, violently and viciously. Her heartbroken mother is in the gallery to remind everyone in this chamber exactly why we are deporting illegal alien criminals to our country at record numbers, and we're getting them the hell out of here fast. We don't want them. Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Thank you. We can never forget that many in this room not only allowed the border invasion to happen before I got involved, but indeed they would do it all over again if they ever had the chance. If they ever got elected, they would open up those borders to some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world. The only thing standing between Americans and a wide open border right now is President Donald J. Trump and our great Republican patriots in Congress. Thank you. Thank you. As we speak, Democrats in this chamber have cut off all funding for the Department of Homeland Security. It's all cut off. It's all cut off. They have instituted another Democrat shutdown, the first one costing us 2 points on GDP. 2 points we lost on GDP, which probably made them quite happy, actually. Now they have closed the agency responsible for protecting Americans from terrorists and murderers. Tonight I'm demanding the full, immediate restoration of all funding for the border security, homeland security of the United States, and also for helping people clean up their snow. We have no money because of the Democrats, and it would be nice. We'd love to give you a hand at cleaning it up, but you gave no money. Nobody's getting paid. It's a shame. So you have to think about it. We have, in case you have a pretty large snowstorm out there. One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe. So tonight, I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
She's never been away from me ever in 14 years of her life. Not even for 2 seconds. Is this the end of the speech? Maybe his staff was wrong. The staff's the one that said it'll be a 3.5 hour.
Isn't it a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Look, let's do a little fundraiser and I'll get tattooed on my fucking forearm. You just missed that.
And perhaps most importantly, I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act.
Did you hear the ding? That little dog hit its head.
Illegal aliens and others who are unpermitted persons from voting in our sacred American elections. The cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant. It's very simple. All voters must show voter ID. All voters must show proof of
100%. And the Democrats are trying to block that.
And no more crooked mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. And this should be an easy one. And by the way, it's polling at 89%, including Democrats. 89%.
See, what these people in the comments that are Democrats don't understand, buddy, is they started a war. This is no longer politics. We're just at war with you people.
And even the new
You're our
Communist mayor
enemy.
of New York
We're
City.
your enemy. Made that very clear. We tried civil discord for 10 years.
But nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard.
Let's hope we get these signatures we need on this petition
If you
for Trump to
apply
put the
that job,
military
you
in the
need to
streets.
show 2 original forms of ID and a social security card. Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good.
Let's make it very clear. You get a social security card the day you're born in
Republicans
America.
and Democrats overwhelmingly agree on the policy that
It's impossible not to have an ID if you're born in America. It's impossible.
and Congress should unite.
It's given
and
to you the day
enact
you're born.
this common sense, country-saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens.
Exactly. They're either illegal or they're not. And if you hate this country, well, at this point, we got to be conquerors again. We've got to preserve the future for the children. We can't do that with a bunch of people that are communists in our country. We'll have to do the same thing we did in 1954.
Why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason.
You want illegals to vote.
They
can't win an election with legal
They
voters.
say it's racist. They come up with things. You almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated. And their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to
It's the second time you've asked them that question. I've already told you.
Stop it, John.
They've threatened to intifada me, so yes, it's a good thing for them. Do you hear the leftists saying they hope the cartel overthrows the United States military so the cartel will come save the
And
people on
here's
the
one
left?
more opportunity to show common
How
sense
retarded
in
can you be?
Government. In the gallery tonight are Sage Blair and her mother, Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her to a new gender, treating her as a boy and hiding it from her parents. Hard to believe, isn't it? Before long, a confused Sage ran away from home after she was found in a horrific situation in Maryland. A left-wing judge refused to return Sage to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter was their son. Sage was thrown into an all-boys state home and suffered terribly for a long time.
Let's talk about Jazz
But today,
Jennings.
all of that is behind them because Sage is a proud and wonderful young woman.
That's on you,
with
Ron
a
DeSantis.
full-ride scholarship to Liberty University. Sage and Michelle, please stand up.
Where's Erica? Somewhere in the crowd, I'm assuming.
And thank you for your great bravery. And who can believe that we're even speaking about things like this? 15 years ago, if somebody was up here and said that, they'd say, what's wrong with him? But now we have to say it because it's going on all over numerous states without even telling the parents.
Yeah.
But surely we can all agree no state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we've been talking about this? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately.
Who would believe we're talking about passing laws in America that you can't have Sharia law in America? What?
Look, nobody stands up. These people are crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy.
No, I said we are the conquerors that you talk about in history. And it's the conquerors that write the history books. We don't want to rule you. We're not fascists. We'll just conquer you.
Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we? Huh?
I think it's funny that these people call the cops and the FBI me all the time because I live in Florida. And I live in one of the ruralest southwest parts
No
of
one
Florida.
cares more about protecting America's youth than our wonderful First Lady. Now a movie star. She's a movie star. Can you believe it? Who would have believed that? Over the past year, she has had an incredible impact championing AI legislation, advancing a landmark executive order on foster care, and helping secure $30 million to launch the Melania Trump Foster Youth. to Independence Initiative.
Nice.
It's
I'm a foster kid. That's a foster kid. That's awesome.
really a tremendous thing that happened and had a lot of bipartisan support. She gets much better bipartisan support than I do. I get none. She gets a lot. Someday you're going to have to tell me how you did that. And students and educators in every state have joined
She's a
the
woman and
First
she's an immigrant.
Lady's efforts in the presidential AI challenge, keeping America's next generation positioned to succeed and strongly succeed in the future. Tonight, we welcome two young people whose lives reflect the First Lady's impact, Sierra Burns and Everest Nevermont.
If you guys don't know about what's going on in the city right now, they're actively pelting officers and chasing officers out of the city streets by attacking them through terror and fear. We're absolutely at war with these people. Hey, look at the future president right there. You tall motherfucker. That kid's so fucking tall, man.
I'm very proud to say that during my time in office, both the first 4 years and in particular this last year, there has been a tremendous renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God. Tremendous renewal. This is especially true among young people, and a big part of that had to do with my great friend, Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great man.
Rest in peace, brother. We miss you, man. We miss you, my friend.
So
There she
last year,
is.
Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand. Thank you, Erica.
People
Thank you a
truly
lot.
aren't prepared for what's
In
coming.
Charlie's memory, we must all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under God, and we must totally reject.
They're forgetting
political
we're only a
violence of
year
any
in.
kind.
From here on out, it's just going to pick up more and more and more.
We love religion, and we love bringing it back, and it's coming back at levels that nobody actually thought possible. It's really a beautiful thing to see. Above all, unleashing America's promise requires keeping our communities safe. We have made incredible strides, yet dangerous repeat offenders continue to be released by pro-crime Democrat politicians again and again. We are honored to be joined tonight by a woman who's been through hell, Anya Zuretska. In 2022, she and her beautiful daughter, so beautiful, what a beautiful young woman, Irina, fled war-torn Ukraine to live with relatives near Charlotte, North Carolina. And by the way, what's going on with Charlotte?
Yeah, right? I was
Last
just going to say
summer,
the same thing.
23-year-old Irina was riding home on the train when a deranged monster who had been arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body. No one will ever forget there were people on that train. No one will ever forget the expression of terror on Irina's face as she looked up at her attacker in the last seconds of her life. She died instantly. She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal set free to kill in America. Came in through open borders. Mrs. Zuretska, tonight I promise you we will ensure justice for your magnificent daughter, Irina. How do you not stand? How do you not stand? I'm asking this Congress to pass tough legislation to ensure that violent and dangerous repeat offenders are put behind bars, and importantly, that they stay there. Starting last summer, I deployed our National Guard and federal law enforcement to restore law and order to our most dangerous cities, including Memphis, Tennessee, big success, New Orleans, Louisiana, big success, and our nation's capital itself, Washington, D.C., where we have almost no crime anymore in Washington, D.C. How did that happen?
I didn't believe that, but I actually looked into it and talked to some people that live in Washington, and they're like, yeah, it's night and day over here.
In fact, crime in Washington is now at the lowest level ever recorded, and murders in D.C. this January were down close to 100% from a year ago. They don't like to hear that. One of the sick people, one of the brave service members who helped achieve this stunning turnaround was 20-year-old West Virginia Army National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom. After a 4-month deployment, she voluntarily extended her service, and her rank was going to be lifted. She was doing so well. They were so proud of her. But the very next day, she was on patrol near the White House when she was ambushed and shot in the head by a terrorist monster from Afghanistan. Shouldn't have been in our country. And all because
what about kids? You mean the fact that I've literally gone through all of the files that Trump's implicated in, and every one of them exonerates him in the Epstein files, and you just don't look at facts, but every one of your Democrats are in there doing horrible things? You mean those kids? Yeah. You mean the 130,000 kids we've saved from sex traffickers in the past year that Trump's been in office? Those kids? Yeah.
Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. I saw reports on her. They've never seen anything like her. So sorry. Thank you very much. A great young lady. I saw reports that were like, perfect. She was perfect. Serving alongside Sarah that day was Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. The terrorist shot Andrew in the head, and one thought he could possibly make it. The two of them, Sarah and Andrew, both shot violently in the head. Neither was expected to make it. They weren't even given a chance, except his wonderful mother, named Melody, who I spoke to the same night, and she was so positive.
Yeah, it's in my town. There have been 32 bomb threats from far leftists and Muslims in my town.
Andrew will be fine. He's going to make it. I've never seen anything like
There's a
this.
far left Satanist group that are raping babies and stabbing them in the brains because that's what the left does. Every left that's been arrested has child porn on their fucking phone or laptop. Every single one in the past year.
Night, with the son laying helplessly in bed, blood all over. Everybody is praying, she said, sir, he will be okay. The doctor.
Out of all the Republicans under Biden that got arrested, weird that none of them got charged with child porn like every Democrat does when you arrest them, right?
She was so strong and conclusive that even Andrew's great father felt she didn't really understand the gravity of the situation. But she turned out to be right.
Or is it like when the leftists went on CNN 2 months ago and called Donald Trump a pedophile, and CNN actually had to take up for him because they went through the Epstein files, and he said, yeah, we know there's no evidence of Donald Trump being a pedophile, but we'll keep saying it. And what he meant to say after that is because we're evil pieces of shit. But it don't matter because we have all the physical power and you have none of it. That's the fact. That's the fact of the matter. We have the enforcement power, and guess who writes the history books? The people that enforced you people the fuck out of here.
I said, where does this woman come from? She's the most positive person I've ever met. With God's help, Andrew has battled back from the edge of death, and we're talking about the edge of death, on his way to a miraculous.
Are you trying to dig a hole through my bed, you son of a bitch? What are you doing?
Doing great. Nice to see you. He's a good-looking guy. Nice to see you. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you very much.
Look at this asshole. All this shit she's got her own bedding right here. She's got her own big ass pillow up there. She wants to go get in my covers and fucking roll up in them. So I'm fucking getting a hairball later.
So, Andrew, while you're up, now I'm going to ask a highly respected General James Seward to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and the great family of Sarah Beckstrom with the award created by our late, great President George Washington himself. It's called the Purple Heart. We love you all. Love you. We're proudly restoring safety for Americans at home, and we are also restoring security for Americans abroad. Our country has never been stronger. In my first 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Cambodia. Isn't it funny? Sick people. Cambodia and Thailand, Pakistan and India. Would have been a nuclear war. 35 million people, said the Prime Minister of Pakistan, would have died if it were not for my involvement. Kosovo and Serbia, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, Armenia and Azerbaijan, the Congo and Rwanda, and of course the war in Gaza, which proceeds at a very low level. It's just about there. And I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for your help. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jim.
Statements like that are why we understand that we can no longer coexist with you people. One way or another, there's going to have to be a reckoning before Trump gets out of office. And we understand that as the people on the right now. We understand. There is no civility with your side whatsoever. He's giving a medal to someone that almost died because of when you wacko leftists tried to murder him horrendously, and insults, make fun of the sitting president of the United States. Yeah, we got, at this point, we've never spoken the way we speak, but if Trump were to send the military in to do what has to get done, we're cool with that at this point. Or if Rubio does it.
I like you.
We're begging him to be 10% of the dictator you think he is at this point, because we can't coexist with you people.
54%.
We got to stop being able to walk out of our houses and worried about getting murdered every day. So we're going to have to end that one way or another.
It's an honor that they feel that way, right?
And unanimously, that's how America feels. Even your own side, your own Democrat council member just said she needs to be armed, so when you fucking Antifa people come and storm her meeting, she can shoot you in the face. Your own Democrats are now asking for open carry for themselves.
Has been returned home. Can you believe that?
Yeah, but they want to open carry so you can see that they're carrying. She made it very clear. She said it. We want to be able to open carry so they can see it. And what were her exact words? When people open carry, people are less likely to do something violent. Go figure.
Who had a dead son, their boy, they'd always tell me their boy, they wanted him as much as though he were living. It was an amazing period of time. And they came back, and when we got all of the living hostages back, and many, many before them, but I always said those last 20 are going to be very tough, but we got many, many more, hundreds.
That's weird because it's the left killing the left, not the right killing the right, or the right killing anybody else. You can't give me one instance where somebody from the right's gone out and murdered a bunch of people.
Believe it or not, Hamas worked along with Israel, and they dug and they dug and they dug.
The most dangerous weapon on the planet, a trans shooter or just a transgender, period.
Bodies all over, passing up 100 bodies sometimes for each one that they found. Tough job. And they finally got it back to 27. And then Steve and Jared, they got it back to 28. They found all 28. Nobody thought that was possible, but we did it. And I remember the family of the 28th. They were so grieved, but they were so happy as it's possible to be. They had their boy back. The mother said, "Sir, we have our boy back." What a period of time that was, but we got them all back. So thank you both very much. Great job.
Time is it? Time is it? Where's my other phone? Hey.
And we're working very hard to end the ninth war, the killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000 soldiers are dying each and every month. Think of that, 25,000 soldiers are dying a month. A war which would have never happened if I were president. Would have never happened. As president, I will make peace wherever I can. But
even Russia said they wouldn't have attacked if Trump were president.
America, wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last June, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer.
Speaking of Russia, everybody knows that a referral has been sent to the DOJ for the arrest of Barack Obama, right? We're just waiting to see what happens with that for the Russia collusion.
For decades, it had been the policy of the United States never to allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years ago, the regime and its murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism, death, and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term. Had a huge impact. He was the father of the roadside bomb. And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like 32,000 protesters, 32,000 protesters in their own country. They shot them and hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. But this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, in particular nuclear weapons, yet they continue starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again, and are at this moment again pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon.
Absolutely.
My preference.
No such thing as a peaceful Muslim country. They want to murder you all.
My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen.
Al Qaeda, the Taliban.
And no nation should ever doubt America's resolve. We have the most powerful military on earth. I rebuilt the military in my first term. We're going to continue to do so. Also, we just approved $1 trillion budget. We have no choice. We have to be strong, because hopefully we will seldom have to use this great power that we built together. It's really called peace.
You're a bunch of pussies. You're cowards. I'm in Port Charlotte, Florida. You're a pussy.
So thanks to a Republican in Congress, we're investing that record number of dollars, have no choice, in the United States Armed Forces. Also creating a lot of jobs, but we're not even doing it for that reason.
You pussies shoot each other and catch each other on fire and blow your hands up because you don't know what the fucking flashbang
Our
is.
friends and allies, they are. They're our friends and they're our allies, have just agreed at my very strong request.
One old
to pay
man
5%
slates 6 of you motherfuckers
GDP
at every
for
event. It's
military
fucking hilarious.
defense rather than the 2%.
Bunch
which
of
they weren't
pussy-ass
paying. We were paying
cowards.
Almost all of them.
Couldn't conquer a fucking
Now
piece
they're
of
paying
toilet
for it as
paper.
opposed to not paying for it. And getting that 5% was something which everyone said would never be done, could not happen. We got it really easily with one meeting. And big difference between 2% that's not paid. We were paying, afraid of many of them, very few were paid up. Now 5%, then they're paid. And everything we send over to Ukraine is sent through NATO and they pay us in full. They pay us totally in full. Every branch of our armed forces is setting records for recruitment. This is so exciting. And every service member recently. And every service member recently received a warrior dividend of $1,776.
You wanna go outside? Yeah, I know it's that time, honey.
You know, they put it on my desk. We got the money from tariffs and other things. A lot of money we have. We have much more money.
That's good. And I'll tell you what,
Have to
our
rebuild
military,
that program a
that was
little bit, but it won't take
4
long.
months ago, our military.
But we got the money, and it was $1,775, and they wanted my approval. And I said, "What's the number?" $1,775. I said, "Wait a minute. For one more dollar, we can have $1,776. It's going to." I said, "We're going to figure that." I never asked anybody if we could afford it. One more dollar. I said $1,776.
Hold on a minute.
And I said, "That's good." And I'll tell you what, our military, that was 4 months ago, our military, I never see a person in the military that doesn't thank me for it. So we're honored to do it. They deserve it. And we call it 1776. It was great. And we love our military. We love our law enforcement. We love our firemen. You know, the firemen don't get mentioned enough. We love our firemen. We're also
So my dog wants to go outside, guys.
I'm
about to take my dog out. Stephen Crowder is live right now. So is Tim Pool.
Violence, drugs, terrorism, and foreign.
What time is it? 11. I'm gonna leave it playing. I'm gonna take my dog out. Like I was gonna end the broadcast. We're not going to. We're gonna leave it playing. There's 8 of y'all in here. We'll let you keep watching
Have
it.
been controlled by murderous drug cartels. That's why I designated these cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and I declared illicit fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. And with our new military campaign, we have stopped record amounts of drugs coming into our country and virtually stopped it completely coming in by water or sea. You probably noticed that. We very seriously damaged their fishing industry also. Nobody wants to go fishing anymore. We've also taken down one of the most sinister cartel kingpins of all. You saw that yesterday. In January, elite American warriors carried out one of the most complex, spectacular feats of military competence and power in world history. No one's seen anything like it. Foreign leaders, I won't tell you who, called me and they said, very impressive, very good. They couldn't believe, they all watched. They saw what happened. This is a different fighting force than we had years ago when we fought to tie. You know, it's a great fighting force. I'm so proud of it. Look at Space Force. Space Force is my baby. Because we did that. My baby is becoming so important. And America's armed forces overwhelmed all defenses and utterly defeated an enemy, good fighters, to end the reign of outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and bring him to face American justice. And this was an absolutely colossal victory for the security of the United States, and it also opens up a bright new beginning for the people of Venezuela. We're working closely with the new president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, to unleash extraordinary economic gains for both of our countries and to bring new hope to those who have suffered so terribly. They really did suffer. With us tonight is Alejandro Gonzalez. She grew up in a tight-knit Venezuelan family and was especially close to her beloved uncle Enrique. But after Enrique ran for office and opposed Maduro, he was kidnapped by Maduro's security forces and thrown into the regime's really infamous prison in Caracas. Alejandro feared she would never see her uncle again. She feared for her own life also. But since the raid, we have worked with the new leadership, and they have ordered the closure of that vile prison and released hundreds of political prisoners already, with more to come. Alejandro, I'm pleased to inform you that not only has your uncle been released, but he is here tonight. We brought him over to celebrate his freedom with you in person. Enrique, please come down. Thank you, Enrique. Have a good time. Nice to have you back, Enrique. There were many heroes on that January raid to capture Maduro, really great heroes. It was very dangerous. They knew we were coming. They were all set. But the deeds of one warrior that night will live forever in the eternal chronicles of military valor. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Eric Slover, planned the mission and was the flight lead in the cockpit of the first helicopter. A big, beautiful, powerful helicopter. It was a massive Chinook carrying, as you can imagine, many American warfighters. wearing the dog tags. His wife, Amy, had blessed with holy water before he left. She knew it was going to be a rough one. Eric steered the Chinook under the cover of night and descended swiftly upon Maduro's heavily protected military fortress. This was a major military installation.
Good practice for what we're going to do to you in the next couple of years, I guess.
Russian and Chinese military technology. How did that work out? Not too good. While preparing to
I'm hoping the real
land,
plan
enemy
is to
machine
draft
guns
all you
fired
pussies
from
to
every
fucking
angle,
Iran.
and Eric was hit very badly in the leg and hip, one bullet after another. He absorbed 4 agonizing shots, shredding his leg into numerous pieces. And yet, despite the fact that the use of his legs was vital to successful helicopter flight, legs are the most important part of flying a helicopter. To deliver the many commandos who would capture and detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about. Then, even as he was gushing blood, which was flowing back down the aisle, the helicopter lands at a steep angle. The machine gun stood right in front of him. They were right in front of him, 2 machine gunners who escaped the wrath of the previous planes. Eric maneuvered his helicopter with all of those lives and souls to face the enemy and let
Am I seeing that
his
right?
gunners eliminate the threat. Turned the helicopter around so that
262,000 live watching on the White House channel.
saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic crash deep in enemy territory. Only after safely landing the helicopter with all the warriors aboard in the exact right spot, which was vital to the mission, probably would have had to maybe cancel the mission if that didn't happen.
Hell, even C-SPAN's got
Eric
61,000
told his
watching.
Also wounded, but not as gravely, to take over.
CNN's only at 35.
The success of the entire mission and the lives of his fellow warriors hinge on Eric's ability to take the searing pain. It was unbelievable what's happened to his legs of the bullets and keep on flying and landing. And people knew what was happening.
So social
Everybody
media
in the back of the
personalities have more
helicopter
viewers than
because they saw the
CNN,
blood pouring down the
MSNBC,
aisle.
and MS Now combined.
Chief Warrant Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say that he is here tonight with his wife, Amy, Eric, and Amy. Come on in.
There's a bit of a medal right there.
So we have a surprise, Eric and Amy. In recognition of Eric's actions above and beyond the call of duty, I would now like to ask General Jonathan Braga to present Chief Warrant Officer Slover with
That
our
means he
nation's
specialized
highest
in his field.
military
He's a
award, the
specialist.
Congressional
That's
Medal
badass,
of
dude.
Honor. Well, thank you very much, Eric and Amy. Great to get to know you. I met with them and with a lot of their fellow warriors at Fort Bragg recently. You notice the name Fort Bragg, we have it back, we brought it back. We won the First World War with it, the Second World War with it, and then they decided to change the name. So we changed it back. Everybody wanted to change back too. And 10 of Eric's fellow warriors from that incredible night of victory will also be receiving medals at a private ceremony that will soon be held at the White House. And Eric will be there. Thank you.
It was a bad luck, Marco.
Thank you, Eric.
You as well, brother. Yeah, I gotta get up and go do a tree job in the morning.
Tonight we've celebrated many truly extraordinary American patriots, but there is one last living legend to honor before we go. He is one more heroic American aviator, Navy fighter pilot. Royce Williams served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, flying more than 220 missions. In the skies over Korea in 1952, Royce was in the dogfight of a lifetime, legendary dogfight. Flying through blizzard conditions, his squadron was ambushed by 7 Soviet fighter planes. It was his first aerial combat of the war, and despite being massively outnumbered and outgunned, Royce led the takedown of 4 enemy jets and almost destroyed the others, vanquishing his adversaries while taking 263 bullets to his own plane and being seriously hurt. His story was secret for over 50 years. He didn't even want to tell his wife, but the legend grew and grew. But tonight, at 100 years old, this brave Navy captain is finally getting the recognition he deserves. He was a legend long before this evening. Royce, please stand up, and I will ask the First Lady of the United States to present Captain Royce Williams with his Congressional Medal of Honor.
What's that? 127 people or 217 people or something like that in the history of America?
Thank you, Royce, and thank you, Eric. I've always wanted the Congressional Medal of Honor, but I was informed I'm not allowed to give it to myself, and I wouldn't know why I'd be taking it, but if they ever open up that law, I will be there with you someday. But that's our highest honor, congressional
Highest
Medal
honor.
of Honor, and that's a big thing.
Absolutely.
And it's an honor to be in the same room with you. Thank you both very much, Eric. Thank you.
Well, I don't mind wiping out every Muslim country because they're demon worshippers and they're pedophiles. It's legal to rape children in all Muslim countries, and they believe the end of times can't come until all the infidel are eradicated, and every Jew has to die. And they have the practice of Taqiyya, T-A-Q-Q-I-Y-A, which is the practice of lying to the unbeliever and deceiving them to do what you need to do. According to the Surah in the Quran, not the Hadith, the Surah, are encouraged to act like your friend, but they're never actually allowed to be your
Just
friend.
a single long human lifespan separates the giants who declared
And since we
and won our independence
installed the
from heroes who
Ayatollah
stand among
back
us
in the
now.
70s,
Everything
I mean,
our
we're kind of
nation has
responsible
done,
for the
everything we have
Ayatollah.
achieved,
Back in the
has
70s,
been the work
Iran
of
was
those few great
like America.
lifetimes.
And then
Those
the
blue
Muslims
chapters
took over, and now
Americans
it's a
built this
terrorist
nation from
state.
13 humble colonies into the pinnacle of human civilization and human freedom, the strongest, wealthiest, most powerful, most successful nation in all of history. Americans ventured out across the daunting and dangerous continent. We carved paths through an unforgiving wilderness, settled a boundless frontier, and tamed the beautiful but very, very dangerous Wild West. From empty marshes.
And if it's a big
wide
enough
open
war, we
plains,
can draft a
raised
bunch of
up
you
the
fucking
world's
leftists. So, I mean, I'm all
greatest
for that.
cities. Together, we mastered the world's mightiest industries, shattered history's monstrous tyrannies, and we liberated millions from the chains of fascism, communism.
And no, you wouldn't have to
depression,
draft
and
me. I'd
terror.
volunteer in 2 seconds.
Americans lifted humanity into the skies on the wings of aluminum and steel, and then we launched mankind into the stars on rockets powered by sheer American will and unyielding American pride. We wired the globe with our ingenuity. We captivated the planet with American culture. And now we are pioneering the next great American breakthroughs that will change the entire world. All of this and so much more is the enduring legacy, unmatched glory.
So you're thinking about war like we did it in the past. War with Trump isn't the same as war with a pussy like Biden. We'll just take him the fuck out. Or black bag him in the middle of the fucking night with some special operators.
Cast aside. But that great betrayal is over, and they will never be forgotten again. Because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration, it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge Americans cannot overcome, no frontier too vast for us to conquer, no dream too bold for us to chase, no horizon too distant for us to claim. For our destiny is written by the hand of Providence.
Do I want to go to war? No.
250 years were just the beginning.
But
from the rugged
does it bring a lot of
border
money?
towns of
Yes.
Texas to the heartland villages of
Does
Michigan.
it toughen up a generation of
From the
pussies?
sun-kissed
Yes.
shores
Do we
of
need it right
Florida
now?
to the endless
Because we have a
snows of the
generation that's too
Dakotas,
weak that the rest of the
and
country
from
can
the
take over?
historic streets
Yes.
of Philadelphia.
Do we need a little more
to
hard
right here
times
in
to
our
get rid of
nation's
these weak
capital,
men?
Washington,
Yes.
D.C. The golden age of America is upon us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot. And our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before.
Yes,
Thank you.
I've
God
done
bless you,
extensive
and God
lives
bless
and videos
America.
about the sleeper cells in America. I literally just talked about it earlier. How they just arrested 16 Iranian terrorists that were trying to commit terror plots this past weekend. And the guy that was trying to bombard Mar-a-Lago that got killed, he was an Iranian terrorist. And what do you think we on the right have been preparing for this entire time? Trust me, we've got the largest civilian army in the history of the world right now in America, and we are mobilized and ready to go. We are collated with our National Guard and our law enforcement. Is this the wind down? Yes, obviously. Okie dokie. I hope you guys have a blessed night. I hope everybody's safe. We'll be live tomorrow. And yeah, got a lot of shit to do in the morning. And then hopefully I'll be off early enough. I just got to take down a pine tree tomorrow. Should take me a couple hours. I'm just dropping it. Somebody else is hauling it up. So have a blessed night. Be safe and be well. Everybody get some good sleep.